Hey guys, it's Chris with How to Make Games, and today I wanted to share something with you that I have been working on for a while that really stumped me. It was kind of difficult to achieve in GDevelop at first. Maybe there's an easier way to do it, but this is the way that I found. We're talking about particle emission as far as when the player runs or jumps or something of that fashion. It really gave me some trouble for quite some time. This works particularly well with low res graphics. I'm sure you can achieve the same effect by using higher resolution graphics as well if you wanted to. I haven't tried it personally, but this is my method for accomplishing a particle effect for whenever the player runs or jumps. It really adds life to the game. It doesn't feel so static. So as you can see, as we're running and jumping, we're creating these particles here. Yeah. So it really makes the world feel more alive and lived in. It's very simple too. So let's go ahead and talk about how I do this. So first thing we're going to look at is, let's see, we're going to go to, so I'm going to close this so you guys can see where I'm going. So go to the events for the level, then go to player, and then if we go down, see what I've done is I've organized alive, dead, and then effects. So I combine effects with, the group effects is made up of sound effects and visual effects. That's what the VFX stands for. We can close that because we don't. I did a screen flash. If you get hurt, that's a really nice thing. Anything you can do to let the player know that they've been hurt is phenomenal. Particles. Okay, so I have two different groups: left, right, run, and then left, right, jump. So the process is pretty easy. So main thing is we want to make sure the animation of the player is run. So that's very easy to implement, and then make sure that the player is flipped properly. So that, again, that depends on whether the player is flipped left or right. So that's why I have two different events underneath left and right run. So this one would be considered right, since the player is originally flipped right whenever he is spawned, and then this is left because he is horizontally flipped here. Make sense? Okay, and then we use the or event, which, if one of these conditions is true, the animation frame of player equals 0 or 4, either or, then it will do this. So if all these are true, and it's a trigger once, so don't forget that. It's very important. I've talked about that in one of my other tutorials. What it's going to do is going to create the object particle 1, which is just a white pixel, just one pixel that I have painted. I say that like it's very complicated. It's just a dot, all right? So what it's going to do is it's going to be created at position player x minus 4 and then player y plus 3. So adding to the y-axis means going down vertically. The x-axis, subtracting 4 means going to the left. So that's what we want. Since the player is facing right, we want the particles to be flying backwards to the left. And then we're going to add a linear velocity on y, particle set to -40, and then that means it's going to go up. We want to kick the particles up like we're kicking dust, right? And then the linear velocity on the x-axis of the particle set to -20. So these numbers work for me. You might need something different for yours. Again, mine's like an 8x8, so it's like an 8-pixel art game. So everything's very tiny, so you might need bigger numbers. But the same principles will apply for you more than likely. So it's basically the same thing for jump, except what I wanted to do is I did an arching rule here where the animation of players jump, trigger once, and then I went ahead and put these under here as a family. And I added create particle 1 at, and then I put here and here. And what I did is I inverted the signs on the x. They're going to be the same height on the y, but the x are different. They're opposites, and that's because when we jump, two particles pop out on either side for the legs. That way it's almost like a jump cloud in a way, but just really tiny and cute-like. And then, of course, you have changing the linear velocity on the x-axis for both particles since they're both spawning at the same point. So with that being said, that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot outside of that. I tried using the particle system to achieve the same effect. It was very, very complicated and finicky to get it to turn on and off when I needed it to, or be visible or not visible when I needed it to, or be created or deleted. I tried everything. So it was a huge pain to try and fix that. I'm sorry, not fix that, but try to use that to my advantage in this situation. The particle system is phenomenal in GDevelop. I like it, but in this particular situation, it is more advantageous and much quicker, as you saw, to just utilize something the way I did. So with that being said, if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. If you can think of anything else that you might want to know or see or have me try, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. And also, if you can think of another way to do this, please put it down below. We're all learning here, so would love to see that. Thanks for watching.